Hello everyone and welcome to another devlog. I know it's been a very long time since I've last posted, but that is because I have been absolutely swamped with senior school work. It's really been taking over my life and I haven't gotten a lot of time to do some game developing. But after a month or so, I finally got some time to do some work on the game, and you can see some of the new stuff on my screen right now. But before we start, I just want to say thank you so much. We hit over 1,000 subscribers since the last video, and we're still growing, and I just really want to thank everyone for their continued support, even when I'm not posting for over a month. And if you didn't know, I actually host competitions in my Discord, and we've had a couple recently. Well, I say recently, it's been in the past month and a half or so, and the winners of the competitions usually get a special role in my Discord, along with getting featured in the video. So congratulations to both of the winners, and here are some of the other submissions that I think were also fantastic. I think everyone did such a good job, but enough of that. You've probably already noticed this new thing on the screen. This is a new idea that I had recently. I thought it would be cool to give the players some kind of incentive to explore around the levels, so I made something called the Critter Journal. Now you can see over here we have 9 out of 12 of these badges, as I like to call them, and you can find these badges hidden throughout the world. So if we actually click on these, we'll be brought to this page over here, where you get the name of the enemy, a nice little idle animation, and then some lore on the enemy, which I think is pretty cool. This one is the first badge you get, which is for the slime enemy. You can get badges for every single enemy in the game. Currently there are only 10, there aren't actually 12, and we don't have the 10th one yet for some reason. I think we have to go and collect that one. But I don't want to spoil too much of this because I think it'll be more fun for you to go and collect these badges yourself and find out what the lore is. You can actually get this version of the game that I'm playing right now at the public demo page on itch.io, which is in the description. I really do like how the animations work on this though. I think I did a decent job, and I even made a custom logo for the Critter Journal because I thought it would look cool. There's a little crystal caterpillar right over here, or a crystal crawler as they are actually called in the lore. You can actually go and click this book up here and it'll bring up the Critter Journal, or you can just press escape if you want to stop. It's very intuitive, it's very easy to use, and let's just say we want to find the slime badge. Let's go ahead and look for it because I believe it is in this level. So you can see that the badges have a neat little animation that plays, and they just kind of float there in the air for a little while. And I really like how the icons, I deleted the badges because if you already have a badge and then you go back to the level you were at before, you won't actually be able to collect the badge a second time. So now if we go in here, we can actually see the slime badge and we can click on it. This is really the major new mechanic in this update, and I think it adds a little bit more incentive to explore the world, especially the later levels where there's a lot more vertical exploration involved. There are a few new changes to the dialogue as well. Nothing too much, just some effects on the dialogue. You can see how it sort of bounces and kind of animates a little bit. And I also sped up the text, so when you're holding down your left mouse button, which you can do now to skip the dialogue, thank God, the dialogue will speed up a little bit faster, you can see here. So in case you just want to skip the cutscenes, you can do so pretty quickly. Okay, so you might have actually noticed a few things that are different already. I changed the stone tile in the crystal caverns, so that way it actually automatically tiles much better than it did before. There are 2 new enemies in the crystal caverns. One of them is this guy over here. He just kind of hangs from the ceiling. He doesn't do much until you go under him. Then he actually falls to the ground and will very quickly dash at you, and this makes him very dangerous if you ever go under him or near him because you cannot actually evade him just by walking underneath him. You have to be very quick or use a dash, so it does involve some skill and timing there. Along with some of the new stone tiles, I have also added in some new crystal tiles to the ceiling. These are going to become more noticeable the farther you get into the crystal caverns. If we keep on going through the levels, you'll see starting here there are a lot of crystals in the caverns, and you know what, let's just give ourselves our energy pixie. Just cheat it in because we can, and then die of course because we're good at our own game. I absolutely love the new colors, and you know what, cool little thing you can do with these spiders is actually jump on them when they're hanging, and you can just kind of get rid of them. I absolutely love the new colors. I think the purple kind of replicates the swamplands in a way, because if you noticed before, there were these purple butterflies, and they kind of added that splash of color into the world that I felt like was really needed. And I decided that maybe if I did the same thing with the crystals, it might add a bit more to the atmosphere. and I think I was right. And one more thing before we go and see the new enemy, I added in this new mechanic for the energy bolt casting. If you jump in the air and you fall down, and you press the attack button, you'll actually instantly shoot your energy magic bolt. So if we jump and we fall and we press E, you'll see it instantly shoots that magic bolt, and we just fell in lava. Great. And it can actually come in handy when you're trying to kill multiple enemies at once. Like, let's do that right here. Let's just spam our energy bolt, and we've killed all the enemies in this area, and we're free to go. The other enemy I made is right over here. He's very angrily hopping over to us right now. It's the Mushroom Lumberjack. Let's go ahead and jump on his head so we can get by him real quick. And you can see his attack right there. When he gets close to you, he'll swing his axe, and it is the first enemy in the game to do 2 damage. He's very, very powerful, but he's pretty easy to evade. You can just kind of jump over his head when he's swinging. And if I actually get rid of my energy bolt, you'll see that it actually takes 4 hits to kill this guy. And I believe his badge is somewhere in this level, actually. And here it is. Let's go collect that. So the Mushroom Lumberjack badge, it does exist, but I don't think that I coded it in so that I could cheat in that badge. On top of the badge system and all of the new enemies and bug fixes, I have also made plenty of new levels for the player. I think in the last devlog there were around 6 or 7 levels in the caves. Now there's around 12 or 13, so there's definitely more content, and I can't wait to finish making the Crystal Caverns so I can finally move on to the final stage of our game, which is called the Ashlands. The Ashlands is going to be sort of a fiery, desolate area with very little life and a lot of magical fire creatures, and it is where the final boss battle is going to take place. And just to let you know, all the music you're hearing in the background right now is composed by me. I recently got the opportunity to try composing a full orchestral soundtrack for a game that I'm not quite ready to reveal yet, and I think that I'm really improving with my songwriting. Anyway, that's all I had to share with you guys today. Make sure to subscribe and join me over on Discord, and also support me on Patreon if you want some early access to some of my works and also some unique perks. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next devlog.